General of the Army. As the highest rank in the Russian army, generals of the army are responsible for strategic planning, policy making, and overseeing major military operations, wielding significant authority and influence within the armed forces. Colonel General. Colonel generals hold crucial leadership roles within the Army, often commanding divisions or serving as deputies to higher-ranking officers, bringing extensive experience and expertise to the table in shaping military strategy and tactics. Lieutenant General. Lieutenant generals typically command large army corps or serve as key staff officers in high-level headquarters, playing pivotal roles in organizing and executing military campaigns while providing strategic guidance and direction to subordinate units. Major General. Major generals usually lead brigades or serve as senior staff officers, offering essential leadership and expertise in planning and executing tactical operations, ensuring effective coordination and synchronization of troops and resources on the battlefield. Colonel. Colonels are senior field-grade officers who often command regiments or serve as high-ranking staff officers, providing leadership and expertise in various military operations and administrative roles. Lieutenant Colonel. Lieutenant colonels typically serve as battalion commanders or staff officers, responsible for leading and managing units in combat or providing specialized support and advice to higher-ranking officers. Major. Majors serve as middle-ranking officers, often commanding companies or serving in staff positions, playing important roles in planning and executing tactical missions, and ensuring the readiness and effectiveness of their units. Captain. Captains lead companies or serve as staff officers, responsible for training, discipline, and operational readiness of their units, as well as providing expertise and guidance in various military operations. Senior Lieutenant. Senior lieutenants serve as platoon leaders or staff officers, assisting in planning and executing tactical missions while providing leadership and supervision to junior officers and enlisted personnel. Lieutenant. Lieutenants are junior officers who typically lead platoons or serve as assistants to higher-ranking officers, gaining practical experience in command and decision-making while executing military tasks. Senior Sergeant. Senior sergeants serve as non-commissioned officers, NCOs, responsible for training, mentoring, and leading enlisted personnel in their duties, often serving as squad leaders or section commanders. Sergeant. Sergeants are experienced NCOs who provide leadership and guidance to junior enlisted personnel, ensuring discipline, morale, and readiness within their units while assisting officers in executing missions. Junior Sergeant. Junior sergeants are NCOs who assist senior sergeants in training and supervising enlisted personnel, carrying out orders and maintaining standards of performance and conduct within their units. Private. Privates are entry-level enlisted personnel who receive basic military training and perform tasks assigned by their superiors, contributing to the operational effectiveness and readiness of their units. Admiral of the Fleet. Admirals of the fleet are the highest-ranking naval officers, entrusted with overall command and strategic direction of the entire Russian Navy, shaping maritime policy, overseeing fleet operations, and ensuring readiness for naval contingencies. Fleet Admiral. Fleet admirals hold senior leadership positions within the Navy, often commanding fleets or serving in top-level administrative roles, contributing to the formulation of naval strategy, doctrine, and force development while maintaining operational readiness. Admiral. Admirals typically command naval fleets or serve as high-ranking staff officers, providing leadership and expertise in naval operations, tactics, and administration, playing vital roles in safeguarding maritime interests and projecting naval power. Vice Admiral. Vice admirals serve as deputy commanders of fleets or hold key staff positions, assisting senior staff officers in planning and executing naval operations while providing expertise and leadership in specific areas of naval warfare. Rear Admiral. Rear admirals often command naval task forces or serve as directors of naval departments, overseeing specific areas of naval operations, logistics, or administration, contributing to the overall effectiveness of the Navy. Captain First Rank. Captains first rank typically command large surface combatants or submarines, leading naval crews in combat operations, training, and maintenance while ensuring the operational readiness of their vessels. Captain Second Rank. Captains second rank serve as executive officers or department heads on naval vessels, assisting senior officers in command and management of shipboard operations, as well as providing leadership and expertise in specific technical or operational areas. Captain Third Rank. Captains third rank are junior officers who serve as division officers or assistant department heads on ships, gaining experience in leadership, navigation, and operations while supporting the mission readiness of their units. Captain Lieutenant. Captain Lieutenant serve as watch officers or junior department heads on naval vessels, responsible for navigation, safety, and readiness of the ship while assisting senior officers in command and control. Lieutenant. Lieutenants serve as division officers or staff officers responsible for specific departments or functions on naval vessels, assisting in operations, maintenance, and administration to ensure mission readiness and effectiveness. Senior Warrant Officer. Senior warrant officers serve as technical specialists or senior enlisted advisors on naval vessels, providing expertise, training, and guidance to enlisted personnel in their duties and responsibilities. Warrant Officer. Warrant officers are skilled technicians or specialists who provide technical expertise and support to naval operations, maintaining and repairing equipment as well as advising officers on technical matters. Midshipmen. Midshipmen are officer candidates undergoing training and education at naval academies or aboard naval vessels, learning the principles of naval warfare, leadership, and seamanship in preparation for commissioning as officers. Seamen. Seamen are enlisted personnel who perform various duties aboard naval vessels, including maintenance, watchstanding, and navigation tasks, contributing to the overall operation and readiness of the ship. Marshal of the Russian Federation Aviation. Marshals of the Russian Federation Aviation are the highest-ranking officers in the Russian Air Force, responsible for strategic planning, command, and control of air operations, shaping air power, doctrine, and ensuring aerial superiority in combat. Colonel General of Aviation. Colonel Generals of Aviation often lead armies or serve as top advisors to senior Air Force leadership, playing key roles in formulating air strategy, directing air campaigns, and overseeing the development of air combat capabilities. Lieutenant General of Aviation. Lieutenant Generals of Aviation typically command air divisions or serve in high-level staff positions, providing direction and guidance for air operations, logistics, and training, ensuring the readiness and effectiveness of air units in fulfilling their missions. Major General of Aviation. Major Generals of Aviation usually command air bases or serve as senior staff officers, responsible for planning and executing air operations, as well as ensuring the training and readiness of air crews and support personnel. Colonel. Colonels are senior staff officers who often command air regiments or serve in key staff positions, providing leadership, expertise, and direction in various aspects of air operations, including combat tactics, logistics, and training. Lieutenant Colonel. Lieutenant colonels typically serve as squadron commanders or staff officers, responsible for leading and managing air units in combat operations or providing specialized support and advice to higher-ranking officers. Major. Majors serve as flight commanders or staff officers, playing critical roles in planning and executing air missions, as well as ensuring the operational readiness and effectiveness of their units in achieving air superiority and supporting ground forces. Captain. Captains lead flight sections or serve as staff officers, responsible for training, discipline, and operational readiness of their air crews, as well as providing expertise and guidance in various aspects of aerial warfare. Senior Lieutenant. Senior lieutenants serve as flight leaders or staff officers, assisting in planning and executing air missions while providing leadership and supervision to junior officers and enlisted personnel. Lieutenant. Lieutenants are junior officers who typically serve as pilots or flight officers, gaining practical experience in aerial operations and tactics while supporting the mission objectives of their units. Senior Sergeant. Senior sergeants serve as non-commissioned officers, NCOs, responsible for training, mentoring, and leading enlisted personnel in their duties, often serving as flight chiefs or section leaders. Sergeant. Sergeants are experienced NCOs who provide leadership and guidance to junior enlisted personnel, ensuring discipline, morale, and readiness within their units while assisting officers in executing missions. Junior Sergeant. Junior sergeants are NCOs who assist senior sergeants in training and supervising enlisted personnel, carrying out orders and maintaining standards of performance and conduct within their units. Private. Privates are entry-level enlisted personnel who receive basic military training and perform tasks assigned by their superiors, contributing to the operational effectiveness and readiness of their units.